Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ahmad Raihan from the UED News, and we are reporting a special event that is happening in Semarang right now. Semarang is a city well known for its richness in culture, tradition, and history, and it is currently holding a special festival to its people. We have our crew, Sekar, who is live on the spot to report on the ongoing event currently. Sekar, what can you tell us about the event?
Yes, thank you, Raihan. I am Sekar Ayuningtyas, reporting from a local field in Semarang. It's a rather peaceful afternoon today, but as you can see, there is someone who is actively playing skipping over there. So let's interview. Alright, we are back. Now I will interview a source person, a player of the sport jump skipping. First of all, may you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Rizki Nafatul.
Thank you. So here is my first question. What exactly is this skipping?
Skipping or jump rope is a sport where the goal is, as the name implies, to jump over a rope on repeat. Here in Indonesia, we call it many names like lompat tali, tali merdeka, main karet, loncat karet, and yeye.
Oh, I've heard of that one, Tali Merdeka. But if I'm not wrong, that is a game. What's that about?
Yes, you see, skipping is actually both a sport and a game. For those not into sport, it will be mostly known as the popular game among children. In Indonesia, it was especially popular for those growing up in the 70s until 80s.
I see, but are there any differences between the two, the sport and game kind of skipping?
Yes, of course. To put it simply, the difference here is when play for sport, it is done alone with the goal of getting some exercise to get a lot of movement in your legs and arms. Meanwhile, when it's play as a game, it's done as a group of at least three, but the more the merrier. The goal of the game is to have fun with friends. So people will take turns to be the two that hold each end of the rope while the rest do their best to jump.
Oh, that is lovely. It's very versatile to play. It's also, I'm sure many of our viewers and myself are curious about its history. Could you explain it a bit?
Yes, it's fascinating actually. In terms of skipping in general, it's actually an unending debate on who first invented it. Apparently, in multiple parts of the world, there have been records of people inventing their own version of skipping. In Egypt, China, Australia, and even Japan. I suppose it's because of how simple it is.
That is fascinating, actually. If even the expert doesn't know its origin, it must have been an ancient sport. So, what about in Indonesia? How did it come here?
For our for our fashion in Indonesia, it was supposedly brought here from Europe during the colonial era by the Dutch. It was said to start by seeing the Dutch children playing skipping in their free time.
I see. That is a very interesting news to me, and I'm sure many of our viewers as well. So, that should be all from me. Thank you again for your time.
Yes, you're welcome.
Well, that would conclude my report on the field. Please, back to you in the studio, Raihan.
Thank you, Sekar, for reporting us about the marvelous event festival. Festivals like this not only highlights us about the history and traditions of Indonesia, but it also tells us about the diversity in the community, and this serves as a testament to the country's heritage and the pride of its people.